Greetings. Welcome to the Deep Fried Podcast.
Yeah, if you're coming here for absolute accuracy, you're in the wrong podcast.
Oh no, we're 100% truthful all the time. That way I could just myself. I have to reach the tree, eat grass, like everybody else. Welcome to the Deep Fried Podcast. Took it to Flavor Town, if you will.
You need me dirty. I had no idea.
Oh, it's going in, buddy. My question was, who the is Juliet?
Oh my god.
Welcome to the Deep Fried Podcast.
And welcome back to the Deep Fried Podcast, the only podcast whose pronouns aren't.
Oh my god.
It's your boy Blaiq.
This is Squash one.
This is Zac.
Oh, I told you it was gonna be good. I told you it was gonna be good.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it. I like it.
you can
Our
refer to
pronouns
me
aren't.
as. It's like,
So what are we talking about today?
oh yes.
Tell me.
Today we're talking about our own personal hygiene and the history.
Well,
of
I knew
our
that. I
hygiene.
could have told them. So you're still keeping like the beef, keeping it a secret.
Oh yeah, I mean, I got a couple questions and we'll all answer it, of course. But yeah, and then for the the GNW
G double N.
G double
W.
N,
Wait.
yeah,
G double N
WB
WBAS.
AS, yeah. And then I have two stories for that.
And
One of them's
I've got
crazy.
three. I think. Hopefully we don't overlap because we didn't cross-reference our news articles. So.
Yeah, but I'll say, hey, we got relatively good good news back from us mentioning that we were coming back. Of course we had Colby who was just like, no.
Yeah, well, he didn't ask for it. He wasn't lying.
He didn't ask for it
because the post said, "Did anyone ask for it?" And he was just like, "No,"
but
because he didn't ask for it.
I was
didn't ask for us to
personally
come back.
asked in person by some in-person fans while I was eating at an Olive Garden. So
Oh,
Wait, you did what now?
no
you
cat.
got personally
no.
recognized. Wow.
Yeah, I think I was
You're
at
famous. Huh?
Mark's birthday party.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was like a couple weeks back. They're like, "Are y'all coming back?" I was like, "Yeah." I can't remember her
It was
name.
people that are at the party, at the birthday party.
Mhm.
So my family.
No, it wasn't your family.
Okay.
It was some people from the church. That one of the girls was in your youth group. I can't think of her
Oh,
name
okay,
right
yeah.
now.
Oh,
Her
God,
mom's the
you
one who
put
came
me on
up
the
to me.
spot. Yeah, it's crap. Her
But,
mom's name is Lisa,
Yeah,
but I can't remember her name for the life of me right now, and I don't know why.
yeah. But they came up and they were like, "We're big fans."
been almost a
whatever.
year, so.
Like they're like, "Are y'all gonna be coming back and doing the?" I was like, "Yeah." We just dropped the. I kind of like I said, I ain't really dropped
No,
the ball.
you definitely dropped the ball.
Ball was
okay?
kind of hit out of my hands, but
Somebody smacked that bitch out of your hand. But yeah, so what
Yeah,
we
so-
do, Zach, normally on the first half of the podcast is we just kind of just talk randomly, just
a
kind
little
of catching
chitter
up,
chat.
talking about
Oh,
what's
yeah,
been going on with
absolutely.
us recently.
Gotcha.
Oh, Blackery, good news. My belongings. So backstory for everybody, because this was not really relevant to last week's content, but relevant to the fact that my life, I guess. We've had horrible issues with the military moving us. It's not the military that does it. It's like moving companies that are like contracted out by the military. Because I guess it's because of COVID, like nobody wanting to move or whatever. I don't know. They were supposed to move us on like May 5th. And then May 5th comes and goes, they don't move us. And then like the 6th comes, the 7th comes, and like there's like, well, we could probably pick you up on like the 11th. And I'm just like trying to remember. I think it was like the 10th or 11th, something like that.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden the 10th becomes the 17th. And I was like, we're going to be gone by the 10th. Like the 10th, we were moved already by the 10th. And so they were like, well, the earliest we can do it is the 17th because nobody wants to work. And I was just like, hey, handle that, Blackery.
I was just
handle those messages. So I was
Isn't it?
just like, we can have somebody there, but I'm not going to be there. So they were like, okay, that's fine. You can have a releasing agent. So my dad was able to pick it up for us. So that was what? Let me check my calendar here. So that was not this past Monday, but the Monday before that. And so they picked it up, and they just went radio silence. Like, they picked it up, and I didn't hear anything from them for the longest time. And then today, the 28th, so 11 days later, I get a call, and it's like, oh, your stuff has gotten to Virginia, and we can set up a time to be dropped off. And I'm like, okay, like, hopefully you have openings, because I have to be back. I have to report into work on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, which is the 2nd. And they were like, oh, she was like, well, we can do it for Tuesday. And I was just like, yes. So I'm finally going to have it, because I don't have couches. We don't have a TV stand to put a TV on. There's like a lot of stuff. We don't even have our trash can, Blackery. Our trash is just in a bag on the floor, because I'm too cheap to buy a secondary trash can.
Oh, you heathen.
Oh,
you freaking heathen.
So
they're like $3 at Walmart. Come on.
I just thought about something. Private militaries and the moving companies get to both call themselves PMCs, or privately contracted moving company.
Hey, PMC.
Privately contracted or PCMs, whatever they call private military.
Yeah. Well, so if I had to guess, though, next week when we record, this wall behind me is probably going to be covered in boxes.
Oh, nice.
This is the office. I'm the only one that really uses
because
space.
You know, right now it kind of looks like you're recording from heaven.
Oh, welcome.
My man is just
music.
Yeah,
that's why
that's why the
podcast's pronouns aren't. You refer to our podcast as God.
Yeah, our pronouns aren't.
You don't refer to me.
I'll give you that one, Blacker. That's a good intro. You know, like, out of the 41 episodes we've done, you finally came up with an intro. I'm proud of you,
bro. I can just imagine somebody coming up. So, what are your pronouns? They're not.
They're not.
If you could just ignore me.
So Zach, you and I were talking earlier. So you said you live in the hood.
It's a little rough. Not the greatest area. It's essentially, you know how 8th Street is?
Yeah.
In Meridian. It's like a little nicer than 8th Street. So
okay. It's not the worst, but like not great.
Yeah. It's not great.
We have the firehouse, whatever the hell. What do you call it?
Fire station?
Precinct? Yeah, just fire station, I guess. It's like a mile from my house. So like during the day.
Lovely.
Like Thursday, so Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, maybe not Thursday, but at least Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I heard at least once a day, sometimes twice, fire sirens, like fire truck sirens leaving. Which I wasn't sure that they were leaving. I didn't find out that the fire station was so close to me until Thursday, when a guy came and installed our new dishwasher. But he lives in the area, and he was like, "Yeah, there's a fire station that's close by. So like, if you ever had an emergency or something, you'd be responded to pretty quickly." And I was like, "Oh, that makes sense. I'm hearing sirens every freaking day." And I was like,
"Hey, just set your house on fire."
Completely makes sense.
That's a test.
So I should just set my house on fire. Yeah, if my
hey, they're close.
If my landlord's listening to this, I'm not being serious. Like,
this is a joke for legal reasons.
It's just a joke. It's just a joke.
Set my house on fire.
Speaking on that note about not having furniture, I've been in this apartment since the end of April, and I don't have a couch. Not a single couch. Like, it's completely empty behind me. And my desk chair is one of those folding lawn chairs you see at barbecues. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's living life right now.
Bro, the living embodiment of a bachelor. Hey, all you need is like a desk with a 50-inch TV and that lawn chair. You're set. You're set.
It's literally a bachelor pad. 100%.
I got the 55-inch in the bedroom. I do have a bed frame.
There you go.
The ratchet people that's out there. I do indeed have a bed frame.
Blackery, do you have a bed frame?
I do.
Oh, hey.
Finally got one.
You know, moving up in the world, you know.
I mean, I've had a bed frame. I just didn't use it.
I
did too. I didn't buy it. Like I said, I've had it. Like I've had a bed frame literally sitting in the corner of my room. I just didn't care to use it. You don't have to clean under your bed because nothing can get under your bed if you don't have a frame. Now I have to worry about stuff getting under my bed.
I've got a solution for that. Okay. Get under your bed storage. That's what we have. So we went to IKEA and bought a new dining room table. We bought this desk that I'm on. We bought a new bed frame, and the bed frames are they're probably a solid foot and a half off the floor, and they have these little rolling shelves. There's no like tracks on the bed frame itself. It's literally these shelves are their own thing, and they just have wheels on them, and that we just put them under the bed. So there's like two of them on each side of the bed, and we were like, dude, screw it. These things are huge. Like they cover almost the entire space. Are you laughing at her messages?
Yes. Do you want me to?
I mean, we could let her in if she's gonna stay in.
Yeah.
But she like kept hopping in and out earlier, so
I was like, I can move her. You keep talking, and I'll let her know.
Yeah. So yes, Steve. Do you want to come say hi to the podcast? We're getting interrupted by females left and right.
I don't have that problem. I'm lonely.
You're a bachelor. You going to bed?
No, I hate people. I can't deal with it.
Did you need something?
Oh.
Okay. This is real life. This is the Deep Fry Podcast is real life. Okay.
And speaking on the whole bed frame thing, I got mine. This is essentially the same with storage because it's a higher bed frame, but I ordered it offline on Amazon.
Yeah.
And it's when they were having a lot of problems with shipments and, packages getting lost. Well, I ordered it. It was supposed to come on like a Tuesday. It never showed up, and I never got any shipment updates. So they're like, well, in 3 days, if it doesn't show up, just cancel your order. We'll issue a refund. I said, okay, it's fine. So I was like, I'm not getting it. I got to work on getting a new one. And then I got a message from my apartment managers, hey, you got a package at the front. I said, oh. So me and Nathan rode down there to the front office, and sure enough, there was my bed frame. Like 5 days later, I got it for free.
You got it for free. Nice.
I got it for free.
Dude, I don't know how many times now, I think it was last year, I ordered stuff from Amazon and it got lost, and I canceled the order, got a refund, still got it, and then some of the companies had actually sent me another item.
So I remember you just because you had like a stint of time where everything was coming like super late.
Yeah, which is because the Jackson location or whatever, or like the sorting, are they a sorting factory? Whatever the heck they were.
Yeah, sure. It's a hub.
Yeah, the hub, whatever. It like a bunch of people left because of COVID, and
yes, they did.
So
yes,
literally,
they did.
packages were literally just sitting there. So I mean, that's the only reason they weren't necessarily getting lost. I didn't know that had happened. I didn't find out until I think probably a month or two later. Your brother, I think, said something about it. I was like, oh, they weren't lost. They literally just didn't go. They weren't.
They just weren't moving. And it wasn't even that everybody caught COVID, which I will say quite a few people did catch COVID, but then people just started like taking off. Yeah. Like I'm not, putting myself at risk for that. But
never got it.
Comes with the job, I guess.
Hey,
never got it.
You say never got it as if there's not still a threat that you could get it.
If it comes and takes me now, I would be very upset.
I never got it either. Thank God.
I was hand in hand.
I don't think any of my family members got it either.
Truck when he had it bad, and I still didn't get it from him.
Your brother got it recently, Blaiq.
Yes, my brother, his whole family. Kids,
really?
Yeah. The youngest.
Wait, the kids got it too?
The youngest got foot and mouth, and then the other two, they actually got COVID, and then Morgan got COVID.
Well, tell Adam to stop putting his foot in his mouth, and that would solve that problem.
I was like, my God, kid. Bro,
I put my mouth figuratively,
Well, that's surely you don't mean.
Bro, children like
literally, right?
Babies are so limber, they love putting their feet in their mouth. Like, I can understand why that disease got named what it got named. Like,
what have you guys ever noticed, like, speaking of just babies, the things that a child will laugh at? Yeah. Like, there was, nope, you know what? No, I'm changing the subject because I'm not talking about TikTok. We're not talking about TikTok during this episode, Blaiq. It's not happening. I'm changing the subject completely.
Oh, well, I wasn't even talking about TikTok. I was saying
no, because I was going to bring it up, and then you were going to start talking about it's a snowball effect.
Well, you didn't got to talk about it. I'll talk about what a baby laughs at. My youngest nephew, my mom had a bag of the twisty egg noodles. They go like stroganoff or whatever. It was just a bag of those. We were making some chicken noodle soup. She took the bag and walked up to him and was just shaking a bag of noodles at him, and he cracked up. I was like, a bag of noodles?
That's very similar to like what. So that reminded me of what what Cadence laughed at one time when she was like, I mean, she was like just over a year old. And she was like walking around our house with like an empty like Walmart bag or like plastic bag and just start shaking that bitch and just dying laughing at herself and just shaking a bag. And
I'm guessing the crackle just cracks.
I don't know.
Something.
It was hilarious to her,
but
dude.
Yeah,
comedic gold.
Oh, did you tell Cadence I was sorry I didn't tell her goodnight? Because
no, she still.
You made me feel like,
so.
oh, okay. Was that ever a question though? Because of the good night? I mean, literally, you could probably get her up right now, tell her to say hi, and she'd go hi.
No, she says hi to you when you're not in the room.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about, but face to face. No, she ain't telling me hi. Yeah. She's going to hide behind.
We were in Discord earlier before you got back, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna say hey to Zach," and I was like, "Well, the other Zach's here."
Bet if he was on video, she wouldn't hide.
Like, she warmed up to me. She freaked out on me the first time because they said that she did the same thing to you, but you know, since Mom or Danielle had been keeping her for a while, she just got used to me. So every time I walk in, she just come up, give me a hug or whatever.
Yeah.
So she's
been really weird about men, which hey,
that's not a bad thing.
It's great.
Men tend to do bad things, so
indeed,
maybe you should be cautious around them. That's
100% of all bad things. Most men.
100% of bad things are mostly done by some men.
Like the 1% was like Typhoid Mary. I mean, she killed people with boo boo.
The fact that you call it you call it boo boo, right? And you always have. It's like that's the thing that I know.
Hey, boo boo, doo doo. I mean,
but when Cadence says boo boo, she's talking about like something being
hurt. Like she got a boo boo, yeah.
So she's like, "Oh, I got a boo boo." I'm like, "You have to poop?" But that's not what she means. So,
bruh, oh my god, Discord, Jesus, this is the one downside I'd say to Discord. Getting 1,000 messages.
No, nothing's coming.
No, nothing on this side. It's the other ones. Okay. People.
Oh, I have literally every other Discord server that I'm in is muted.
It's not beep. Well, they're muted, but they're asking me questions. And it's popping up on the side.
I'm a
popular boy.
Just
I'm a popular boy.
The other one I have muted.
I'm at 4. I can't deal with.
Oh no, I'm in like 12. I think. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow. What's it like to be famous? What's it like to be famous? I'm just wondering.
I know we have 2 famous people in here.
Jeez.
Like I want to say one's my own stream. This one, the old one that we used to use all the time, Golf at Goons. Yeah. The other 3 of them are like streamers. Actually 4 of them are streamers now. And then a couple of them like just random games like Among Us. I'm in part of the Newegg Discord because I've been trying to keep up with graphic card drops.
Wait, did you say you're in an Among Us server?
Yeah, that's when Among Us was big.
Stop.
It was so we could get into a server.
Well, delete it. You don't play it again. Clean it up.
That game did blow up really fast.
It did. It did. And you know what's funny about that is like we played it, like our friend group played it right before I went to basic, and then I left and it just exploded. And so I missed all the hype. I got out of basic and I was like, oh, dude, like I haven't played Among Us in forever. I could play it. Everybody was like, yeah, probably not. I was just like, so I just like time traveled, I guess, because I was still stuck on Among Us and everyone was like, yeah, no, we're burned out on it. So that kind of sucked. But
yeah, that was crazy.
Whatever.
I mean, we probably played for a couple, like maybe a week and a half, but like at that point, we played so many matches. Hell, I made Among Us TikTok.
Isn't it crazy how such a simple game can bring so much fun and joy to people? I mean, it's wild, right?
It's almost like games of that nature have existed for a long time.
I know,
but no one knew about them.
It's just these things they pop up and then they move through like a fan. I mean, it was like Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah,
come up. It was like a whole nation and world movement. Everybody was out doing games that were. Could you imagine if that had come out last year, like right at January, it released? And
bro, it would have crashed and burned.
Yep,
crashed and burned.
Would have went under.
Yep.
Would have been no way.
Unless everybody was like, "Nah, I'm risking COVID for Pokemon."
Well, I mean, everybody was risking it with everything else.
Yeah, people were risking it for haircuts.
Yeah.
Bro, there's a legendary Pikachu over here. Of course, I'm going out here.
I have to catch them all. If COVID is one of them.
That's it.
I call it COVID. What Pokemon is that?
But to address to the listeners, we do have Zach in here with us, and we're gonna actually try to get at least one other person in here every week. It might not happen every week, but we're gonna try just so we can have like different points of view, different personalities in here. It's fun. We like to do it. It's gonna be more easily done now than it was before. Because before we had to share microphones every time that somebody wanted
and
to.
now everybody has their own microphones. Everybody has their own computer. So
it's crazy. You know, it's technology, guys. 2021. Welcome.
Technology.
Hacks.
We love it. We love it. What? How long have we been going?
Oh, we're going about 19.
Oh, we don't need an ad right now.
No.
I scared y'all though. Made you think about it.
Puts an
Made you
ad.
think about an ad.
Do you ever get a burning itch?
We sponsored by Gold Bond. No, not sponsored by Gold Bond, but like, I mean, we'll take what we can get. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, there's this beach. I was telling Blackery about it earlier. But I'll tell you again because that doesn't know. So we're really close to Virginia Beach. It's probably like a half an hour from us. But there's this other beach that's a little closer to us, and it's what is it called? It is Standby. Hold on, I can pull it up.
Stand back and stand by.
What was it called? Oh no! Let me pull this chat up.
The Ooga Booga Beach.
It's some sort of nature preserve. What did you just say?
Ooga Booga Beach.
Grandview Nature Preserve. I thought of it.
Oh, see.
Anyway, so
that Ooga Booga got you, huh?
Yeah, you helped me. Thank you so much. The Grandview Nature Preserve. So anyway, it's closer to where I live. First of all, and it's a lot less. It's like not as well known for some reason, or either it's not as well known, or it's just people just don't go there as much. Like I don't know
what you told me.
you
got a little 10-minute hike, so.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about beaches, but I feel like people tend to go to the more popular ones. I don't know why, because when I go to the beach, I want to be able to have like my own little spot. I don't want to share it with 1,000 other people like really close to me. So on this coming Monday, on Memorial Day, me and a couple of my friends from work are going to go to the Grandview beach and kind of check it out. But like you were saying, there's like street parking. You have to park on the street, and then it's like a 10-minute walk on this like trail before you get to the actual beach. And then there's no facility, so like there's no bathroom or anything like that, and there's no like lifeguards, so it's like just straight up beach.
Okay.
But they said like there's some really cool wildlife out there. That there's like dolphins out there. All kind
Watch
of
them dolphins around your wife.
Man,
bro.
crazy.
Dolphins be wilding.
I usually go to the beach. Only wildlife I see is crackheads, so you know.
Hey, cool. And they are wild. you got that right. They are wild.
And over here we have your wild crackhead. He's gonna ask you for $1.
It's not really their natural habitat, though. I don't think.
Not the natural habitat, but habitat nonetheless.
Sometimes they get moved into, they have to adapt into the new habitat. But
we have a couple crackheads over here who've migrated from your local gas station to your local beach.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta get high on the beach.
You gotta migrate for the winter, man. Even though it's May, almost June. But hey, they're migrating for the spring, I guess. I don't know. They like to see titties too. You know what I'm saying? They're going to the beach. They like to see a good beach bod every once in a while.
Oh, speaking of the beach, and seeing titties and stuff like that.
Okay, I'm on board. Let's
go. People who have like feet fetishes, bro, going to the beach, amazing for them. Amazing, okay, bro. They're just
I was like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, speaking of titties, feet.
Yeah. It's like, okay,
but bro,
the same for you, I
bro,
guess.
people with foot fetishes going to the beach, bro, they are in heaven.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe not though. Let's talk about that for a second because like
bro, they just walk raw feet. People are raw dogging their feet out there, bro. Sandals.
Okay, yes,
Crocs.
There's feet everywhere, right? But their feet covered in sand.
Bro.
So like, what if they only like clean feet?
The sand cuts my feet up. So I don't know about that.
Yeah, so then your feet get like ugly.
Bro, they're just seeing feet, bro.
It's rough and it's coarse and it gets everywhere.
And like, especially like, say they're laying on like a towel and then they didn't get wet. They're just like putting lotion or like, bro.
Puts the lotion on the skin. Are you trying to tell us something? Like, I don't.
No, I'm just saying.
Hey,
it was a point of view I heard the other day, and I'm not projecting.
The Deep Fried Podcast apparently
cool.
Is my name Alcoholic Vampiric Ninja or whatever the heck that dude's name was?
Oh, Vampiric, yeah.
All right,
That
I'll wear
guy.
socks
That
next
guy.
time.
What'd you say, Zach?
I'll just wear socks next time. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah,
it's all
bruh,
good. It's
You-
no
bruh. They're getting it for
You'll keep
free.
away the foot. You'll keep
They're
away
getting
the
it for
foot
free.
pervs. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta stay strapped up this summer, bruh.
Okay, so here's an idea. All right, business plan. I know I come up with these on the podcast a lot, and they never happen. But this one, this one could go somewhere. All right, it's a business plan. It's OnlyFans, but you're on the beach and it's live in person, and you just charge admission. So like, foot pics, but in person.
Yeah, I mean, that
Would-
could go
would-
away.
Would
but
that
if
be
you
considered
think if
prostitution
anybody-
for selling yourself?
Why would it be considered prostitution? If you could do it on OnlyFans, why can't you do it in person?
I
Not
don't know.
consider because prostitution has there's different stints that you can consider something prostitution. Essentially certain lengths of how far it goes, I would believe.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you talk to anybody that's ever done like an OnlyFans type thing, they would never meet anybody that's like that in person. I mean, would you
That's true.
if you met somebody in person that has a foot fetish and they just completely ask you, "Hey, there's $50. Can I see your feet?"
Show me your feet.
I mean, I don't have great feet or nothing, but I do show my foot a lot, mainly just my left foot because I
You
got
showed your foot to Dan, the shoe man. I'll tell you
And
that.
the shoe man molested my feet. Okay, first off, I was wearing sandals. He's like, "Yeah, let me clean your shoes." That's not how that works, man.
Hey,
Wait.
He
What
was hustling.
was this
This
when
was
y'all
when we
went
went to
to?
New Orleans.
No,
That's when we went, yeah.
Yeah.
is
So-
the one I
And,
missed.
we got.
we-
I didn't get swindled, but
we-
Colby did.
We go to New Orleans and we're walking around. What is it, Jackson Square? We're at the end of Canal, moving towards Jackson Square.
Yeah.
And all that in the downtown area. We had just gotten off the canal, or the trolley on Canal, I
Yep.
believe, because that morning we're walking around.
Well, the trolley was
And-
a whole adventure.
I got the trolley.
You got us there. You got us there.
So we're walking around, and there's this really tall guy. Hey, seems a little homeless. He might not be. Just might be a hygiene issue. Who knows? So we're sitting there talking, and he just comes up to us and he starts talking. I don't even remember what all he said. And then all
he
of a sudden,
was talking fast. He's hustling, so he was like just trying to get his words out there and make us.
And the man proceeded to pour shampoo on mine and Colby's feet. Colby's in chacos. I'm in flip flops, man.
Second.
Hey, he's cleaning them shoes though. Let me tell you what.
He's rubbing my feet with shampoo.
Wait a second.
Hey, okay, so I had actual shoes on, right?
The
So
day, I had suds in my feet.
the rest of the day, he's like stepping, right? And I'm not gonna put my feet up here. He's like stepping, and when he steps, the suds just come up between his toes. And like we even went to there was like this fountain that came out of the ground, and they put their feet in it. And it was just suds and suds. And we're like, why is it not stopping? It was just bubbles forever.
I mean, it could have been conditioner, but I was pretty sure it was shampoo. But
Yeah, it's
man,
well,
That's
so he
freaking
used it on my
hilarious.
shoes, and they actually did come clean. And he charged her like $10 a person.
Hey,
no, he was like $5 or $10. Colby's like, all I got is 20. He's like, yeah, I'll get you change. He grabs the money and immediately just turns around.
Yeah, it didn't give him any change.
I
bro,
was like, why would you do that?
dude
Because what he
tried
tried to do, because this is what happened, Zach. Colby told him, "Here's a 20. I'll pay for mine and for yours." He was paying for yours as well.
I wasn't
And
giving
then-
that man money.
Yeah, because you weren't. I mean, and the guy was like, "Okay." And then when he takes the money, he's like, "All right, so now you got to pay." Talking to you, and you were like, "He just said he paid for me." He's like, "No, that was his tip. You got to pay too." And that's what we were like. We respect the hustle, but we don't respect you like trying to swindle us. Like that's that's not gonna work.
a tip.
we just
First of all,
paid you
for you
they
washing
paid
my
you
feet, are you
$20.
Jesus?
Right. We just paid you $20 to put shampoo on our toes.
Like Jesus did this though for free for the homies. Like,
I never had
so,
my
yeah.
feet washed before, except for in church. I don't know why you out here doing on the street, let alone
That's what I'm
shampoo.
saying.
yeah, but I've had my feet washed by another person one time, and that was at church camp.
Yep. Because we all know if you wash people's feet, you're closer to God.
Okay, no, more likely twice at church camp. Once at the Jackson, and the other one at Walkaway.
Probably so. Yeah.
The coldest coldest water.
Bro,
in the
okay,
world.
Zach, have you ever been to Walkaway Springs?
Me? No.
Coldest water in the world. I swear to
Really?
God. You could go
Christ.
to the Arctic Ocean. It's probably not as cold.
Is it like
It's so cold.
The Bobby Boucher's Secret Spring water.
Yes.
On
It's
Waterboy?
so
Mhm.
they actually supply the local area like with those like you get the water thing at work or whatever the big
Yeah,
ass
the big
jugs.
That's what we
jugs.
used to
They
use actually.
most of them come from
where I
Rockaway
work.
Springs.
Oh,
Yes,
Yep.
I'll say where I work is we used to use those. Now we have like an actual fountain that just cools water off.
Yeah.
But
So, yeah, it's super cold water though. I don't know where did that even come from. What did we talk about? How do we bring up Walkaway?
that's where one of the
Washing
places.
feet.
Yeah, where I got my feet washed because they
Oh, okay.
they used to have the little mini church camp or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think they still
But
have
Dan the
that
Shoe
anymore.
Damn
You know.
shoe man.
That man.
That
tried
was
to
a
swindle us.
really good
Oh.
trip.
I was going to talk
That's
about
the only time I've seen Laura almost be physical with somebody, and it was like a 60-year-old man. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Indeed.
I was like, bro, the people in the streets, like, I get why, like, a lot of these people, like, in these bigger cities, like New York, New Orleans, stuff like that, where you got a bunch of people walking around constantly trying to peddle stuff to you, while, like, the locals would just, like, be assholes. I get that.
oh yeah.
Because, like, I would get sick and tired of that crap.
Probably,
Um,
yeah.
Respect the
I mean,
hustle,
'cause, I mean,
but
literally-
I'm also struggling.
It's like we were down there. This one, me, my mom, and I think my sister. All of us had went down, and freaking dude came up and gave us all hats, and then he was like, "They're all $15 each," and we all like proceeded to take the hats off our head, and we're like, "Here, you have those back, and have a good day,
right.
sir."
Like I don't.
That's
Like-
the same thing with the shot girls too on bourbon. You walk down, they're just trying to pour shots down your throat. And
Yep.
You just got to say no, thank you, no, thank
Yep.
you. Because
So, luckily, we were there early enough in the day that bourbon wasn't like super live just yet.
Oh, bourbon was lit when we were there, man.
I
It
will
was
say definitely Frenchman is my favorite.
Oh yeah, Frenchman's way
That-
better.
That club we went to, they had the little piano bar downstairs, and you go
Yeah.
upstairs, and it was actually a club. That was probably my
that
favorite.
was
spot
really
down there.
cool. Really cool. We had a
Yeah.
good time there.
Ours got cut short. We ended up getting into a wreck halfway while we were down there. Spent the rest of the time, I think, in Shreveport
Shout
or something
out,
like that.
shout out to Dottie.
That's why
Bro,
we Uber, bud.
Bro, well, it was that
Yep,
stupid.
true.
It was one of the red lights that were on the side instead of above, and we passed that one up, and we went to stop at the one that was above, like hanging or whatever,
Oh
Yeah.
no!
and we ended up getting hit. So,
Yep, it'd be
That
like
was-
the
but those
Speaking
the
of
other
doing
ones are made for
Ubers,
floods.
when we did our Ubers during that trip. Every single so there was multiple like memes, like running jokes that we did while we were there.
Oh, yeah.
So the first one was every time that Colby, I don't know, like that. Maybe this is inconsiderate. Maybe he's a shithead for doing this. I thought it was funny. Every time that he would see like a homeless person asleep on the side of the street or like passed out because most of the time they were passed out from being drunk.
Shit.
You saw. I mean, I don't know if you saw his story, but he put it on a Snapchat story, and it would just say he
It,
died.
it literally came up on my memories a couple of days ago because
Yeah.
that was like the 4-year mark. I was
Oh,
like,
oh, he
my
did.
God.
He
It
died.
was
Oh,
literally-
he did. Oh,
it
he
was on
died.
his Snapchat story. It was just people laying everywhere, homeless and asleep. But no, the
Bro.
thing that topped that even more was the banana.
Oh, the banana. Yeah, you can tell the banana story if you want.
I mean,
I've probably told it on here before, but tell it again.
Yeah, I
here.
think so.
It's
I
hilarious.
mean, we're walking down Bourbon. We're walking towards the chapel because we're going to the little pirate bar that's right there on the corner of the
Yep.
chapel. Because I wanted some absinthe. They were like, "Yeah, you should get some absinthe." Terrible. Anyway, we're walking
Horrible.
by.
He hated it.
it. I poured it in my fishbowl and still drank it. I paid for it.
Yeah, you're gonna drink it for sure.
So we're walking down towards the chapel to go to that little bar, and there's this black Suburban just parked on the side of the street right there. Why anybody parks on near Bourbon, I don't know why. Well, there's a random banana sitting on the windshield by the wipers. I think it was Josh. Whenever we walked by, he says, "Is that a fucking banana?" And then all of a sudden, this guy just pops up out of nowhere, essentially visioned homeless Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys. Oh, fuck yeah, banana. He grabs the banana and proceeds to peel it and walk away and eat it.
He's just
Just
eating it,
out
walking
of
down Bourbon Street.
nowhere.
I really don't know where he came from. I really don't. Like
He literally popped up out of it.
it's literally like he was Doctor Strange and just like made a portal, walked through that
Portal.
bitch. It was like, fuck yeah, banana. Like
thick glasses. The glass on the
Yeah.
bad boys was thick. I mean, it was literally a homeless Bubbles, really thin. I'm just
Hey, can we have a moment of silence? That's good. That's good.
okay.
pouring one out.
Oh no. I needed a
Oh, I
spot to
got
put an ad break.
carpet, man.
You needed a what?
I was about to put the ad break.
Oh, well, we did our moment of silence.
Yeah, that's all I asked for.
So first, all right, you know what? No, we're about to have beef, me and you, Blackery. So first of all, you steal my intro. Well, first of all, you're late to the recording session. Okay. Secondly, you steal my intro, and now you steal my let's pause for the ad. What is happening? I'm being usurped right now,
bro. It's Blaiq season 2.5. Not Blaiq season 2.5.
What does that even mean?
I meant to say it's Deep Fried 2.5, season 2.5.
Okay,
I can't
two
talk.
and a half.
I figured that out.
Led entirely by Blackery.
Not led, but
2.5. I think I
no, hey, I'm just gonna.
We're getting deeper and more fried.
You didn't even let me give my quick question.
I mean, you can still do the quick question. I mean, there's no time limit.
It's not quick anymore.
Thank you for your allowing me to. So, quick question. What would be the absolute worst name that you could give your child?
Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I mean, I don't know.
It's either that or Richard.
I'd probably say like Josh. I mean, booty booty butt cheeks.
Wow, I never saw that coming. Wow, that's so funny and original. Great.
Worst
I literally
name.
picked that question and was like, Blackery's going to say my name. 100%.
Worst name. Dang, that's I mean
I've always decided I'm gonna give my kids the most basic name possible, and it's gonna be old.
Well, so there was this. We visited. Well, we're like trying out this church to see if we'll like it and try to stick around with it. Since we just moved in the area, and they had like baby dedication. And if you know what that is, then you know. If you don't, I'm not going to take time to describe what it is. It's not relevant. And so one of the boys, his name was Owen, but it was spelled Eoin, I think. Which, I mean, it sounds like it's like the Gaelic spelling, probably. Which we like that because one of Katie's middle names is spelled Gaelic, but it's her middle name. So like, I feel like doing that to their first name is kind of like setting your kid up for failure because like that's not how the English language works. I could excuse it away being like their middle name because you might not teach them to spell it until later in life. But like your first name is pretty important. It's what people call you. People are going to look at that and go, Eoin? Like, how do you pronounce that? You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna be the one white kid in class that the teachers can't pronounce their name.
The one
Aaron.
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 Yeah. But I don't know. What would mine be? Why did you say Richard?
Because of the short.
The nickname is Dick.
Name that they give it. I mean, who wants to call it? Hey, Dick. You know, the 2-year-old. I mean, I get calling your 2-year-old a dick, but you don't want to say,
2-year-olds are dicks. Let's be honest. Here. All right, like.
Yeah,
really,
I mean,
they really are.
I seen a post the other day. I don't even have
Adam's freaking 2 years old.
I know
people talking about calling their kids as assholes or dicks and stuff like that. They think it's just wrong. It's like, no, the people that don't call them that are the people with the kids who are always like that.
Yep. If you don't call your kid a dickhead, your kid is a dickhead. Like,
exactly.
If you don't, 100%. I agree with that. But I acknowledge that my child she's a dickhead. Like she's, bro, literally, okay, example. And normally after we do the ad break, we're done talking nonsense, but whatever. This will be the last thing. Example is today. So I told her, because she really gives us trouble with like eating like normal food. We got her chicken nuggets and fries from Chick-fil-A, and she just wanted to eat the fries. I was like, you need to eat the chicken because like protein, like, you can have some fries, but you need to eat your chicken. So we were like, if you eat all your chicken, we'll give you some ice cream because like, whatever, like some incentive to eat. And so she's eating the chicken or whatever. She laboredly gets through all of it, and then I get her down, and she's really smart. So like we're trying to teach her like right now we're trying to go like if you do this first, then you'll get this. We'll do this second. Like teaching her like that you'll do things in a certain order. And so we'd been telling her the whole time, hey, first eat your chicken, then you can get ice cream. And she likes to like, kids, they'll lock on to the last thing that you say, and she'll go ice cream, and it's like first eat your chicken, then ice cream. So we're trying to like kind of do that.
Cheeky.
And if you ask her, hey, we told you if you ate your chicken, then you get to what? and then she'll tell you, bro. She would not pay. She like does this thing where she likes to ignore you and like pay attention to something else because she doesn't want to be interested in what you're saying. It was like it probably took us 10 minutes to get her ice cream because she just wouldn't pay attention because we were trying to make it like a thing. Like, okay, if you did this first, you did this. So finally, she just decided. And at this point, I was like, she probably didn't even remember what we said because she's been being so freaking hard headed. And Abby just looks at her and she's like, "So I told you if you ate your chicken nuggets, and then you get what?" She goes, "Ice cream." She's like, "Then do you want the ice cream or not?" Like at this point, just want to send your ass to bed. Like Jesus, it was so funny. It's just like kids gonna do what they want to do.
Hell
and you just got to be more hard-headed than they are sometimes. Like sometimes it's not worth it, but like sometimes I'm just like, you know what? I feel like being a dickhead too. We're gonna have this out. Like we're gonna see who wins this battle. It's always me. I always win.
I mean, you are the master. You are the master of that.
The king of the castle as the
king of the
pest
castle.
Control guy.
King of the castle.
The
I have a
chair.
chair.
I didn't get to tell that story. A pest control guy came to my door. And I opened the door, and he was like, "Are you the king of the castle?" That's the only interesting part. So I just want to tell that. I was just like,
"Sir, I live in
what?
a home.
This is a house. I am not royalty." Also, I rent this place, so I actually know. But yeah, anyway. So are we ready to deep fry the meat, Blackery?
Hey, I mean, you tell me.
Let's deep fry the meat, since we took an ad break like 5 minutes ago.
I mean,
normally it's on the back end of the ad that we do this, but it's fine. You know, we'll do things out of order.
I mean, it was like 34 minutes in.
Hey,
I'm the one who has to split
this. This is Burger King, okay? We're doing it your way. Let's go.
It's just not getting grungy.
Oh, by the way, the restaurant, on that road in the town I live in, people already know the town I live in. It is going to be a Burger King. It didn't get changed.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think they were changing it.
Oh. Well, they took forever to like start the building process. So.
Okay.
But
yeah. Zach, a little bit of background. I don't know if you've listened to any episodes where we've talked about Burger King, but we hate Burger King on this podcast. So.
Literally shouldn't be a thing. Burger King
King's
should
trash.
not.
If you want cheap burgers, there's McDonald's. If you want good burgers, there's Hardee's. You don't need Burger King. There's Five Guys. There's Cookout. There's so many other burger joints.
Between the Hardee's and the Burger King back home, I would take the Burger King.
Whoa!
I know. Look, I know it's crazy, but because I grew up eating Hardee's, man. That's what we'd eat all the time.
Yeah.
We didn't grow up healthy, besides my mother cooking, But yeah, the Hardee's was always a go-to. But the last couple of times I had it back home, it was trash.
Hate that. I love me a good Hardee's milkshake. Okay, Blackery, we're gonna deep fry the meat now. So can you give me any more explanation, or are we just gonna jump into this shit?
All right. Your personal hygiene.
You're answering these questions too, right?
Yes, 100%. So I think I have about 8 questions because I didn't know how many people we were going to have, so I didn't want too many questions. Because hell, we're running along anyways, just because we're talking and stuff. But basically, you can go ahead and start with question number 1.
That's a good place to start. I like that.
I could start with 2, but I don't have these things numbered. The longest you've ever gone without brushing your teeth.
Well, I was 3 once. Okay, so let me tell you.
Oh,
I don't know.
I'll say
longest I've ever gone without brushing my teeth.
I'll say in my adult life.
In my adult life, not very long, because my mouth be feeling gross.
I was like, I brush every day. I'll say maybe sometimes on the weekends I might forget, like on like a Saturday morning, and I might not go do it that day if I'm not going anywhere. If I take a shower, I'm in a ritual of shower the
I'd
teeth.
say in my adult life, especially since I've had a child, I didn't have the child. My wife had the child. But especially now that we have a child, like if you get like busy or like, I don't know, shit happens in life, right? So we'll be speeding through the morning, or like maybe we're behind schedule or something like that. Maybe I'll pass it up then. So I'd say a day at most, because then like you wake up the next morning, it's like just feels disgusting. When I was a kid though, probably a week.
Yeah, I would say I know at least 1 week, because me and you,
I had hella cavities when I was a kid.
I know me and you 1 week at church camp, which 3 of these I know is at least a week. I think it's 3.
Yeah, probably.
I know at least a couple of these questions. The answer is a week.
Okay.
Because me and you.
Wait, was this like when we were in like 2nd, 3rd grade type?
No. Church
age?
camp. Church camp.
Well, yeah.
Oh, well,
we went to
yeah.
church camp together when we were younger.
Yeah. So yeah, probably around that age. Yeah, we went the full week in the same clothes.
Oh my God.
We came back.
I don't remember that.
Both our suitcases packed and telling our mom we came back with clean clothes and all our clothes were clean. And they're like, huh? And we're like, oh yeah, we just wore the same clothes the whole time.
That's
Disgusting.
pretty disgusting. Anyway,
Disgusting.
Zach, you want to answer the question?
Yeah, same situation as a kid. I was terrible about brushing my teeth.
Horrible.
Was not good about it at all. Got a bunch of cavities fixed. In my adult life, a couple of years ago when I was on a bender every freaking week, it'd be like a day or so, but usually not more than a day.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, because like normally if I forget in the morning, I'll try to get it done at the afternoon or like night once I get home. But sometimes you just go the whole day, but eventually like your mouth just feels gross. Like I can't.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
that.
Is like the next morning or hell, I mean, throughout the day, like when you start eating stuff, like your mouth,
Yep.
your mouth just it's gross.
Yeah,
It doesn't just smell and taste weird. It feels weird.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know how to explain it.
It gets bad after it tastes. Everything tastes like camel menthols and liquid. So that's at the point where you know, hey, I need to go home. I need to
go
go
brush my teeth.
home, brush my teeth, take a shower, and go to bed.
All right. Question number 2: the longest you've gone without taking a bath, shower, bath, whatever. Dude, I know in my
I
adult
guess the
life-
answer is that week at church camp, right? But in my adult
Yeah.
life, bro, sometimes I go the whole weekend because I'm not leaving my house.
Yeah, I was about to say
I will unashamedly say that.
from Friday to Sunday probably, because
Yeah.
like I've realized now I can, because you technically don't have to shower every day unless you're just someone who gets super sweaty. Wintertime, I can do basically 2 days. I'm good. Summer,
Yeah.
I can maybe go 1 day because like if I'm outside a ton that 1 day, I'm sweating everywhere and it's just not, stuff doesn't smell like it should smell.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely.
Well, it smells like it should smell, just it don't smell good. Your body's supposed to do that. I don't know if you do that, but your body's supposed to do that.
But
If
yeah.
you're not
it kinda-
sweating, we have a problem.
For me, it kind of roots back to the same thing. If I was on a bender, if I was out, somebody's
On a
camp
bender.
or out in the woods or whatever, it'd be like a day or so. But other than that, I shower at least once a day.
Yeah.
Very self-conscious about body odor.
Dude, one of my friends
Very.
in tech school, his roommate would shower at least 3 times a day, and all 3 of them would be at least an hour and a half long.
Ooh, I don't do that. They don't get that long unless it's some sad boy hours. Then it's a long shower.
He would literally, one day, he literally took a 6-hour shower.
Oof.
What is he doing in the shower?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because
a good question.
I mean, I know y'all are going for the normal 6 months or whatever. Is that the normal length?
Yeah,
Or
it's about.
yeah. So I mean, I guess
Hey,
if you need some private time, but 6 hours, my boy, how many times?
And like all his,
Was he going
all
for a
his
world
group of
record?
friends also knew about it because like they would be texting him and stuff, and he would like text them back. They're like, "Hey, you want to go?" He's like, "No, I'm in the shower." And then like 3 hours later, they're like, "You want?" He's like, "No, I'm in the shower." Like, still, like, what do you mean? And it'd
My
either
boy.
be yes or it'd be no. I'm just in the shower again. Like, who showers that much? What are you?
My-
What are you really doing?
My boy,
What are you really?
he snuck. He sneaked some. He snuck.
There it is.
He snuck some reef.
Er,
I mean, that's a
Apparently so
long
did you.
smoke sesh, though.
can't get your brain thought process in order. Okay,
Um,
next question.
Next question. How long do you go before you wash your sheets? Your bed
Well,
sheets.
my wife does that, and it's like at least once a month.
Oh,
normally.
once a month? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It's probably 6
Oh,
months.
no.
Probably like 6 months.
That's gross.
I just
will
don't.
say-
I
will
don't
say-
think about it.
I will say when I was at tech school, and it's probably because I was just like going so much. But when I was in tech school, I was there for 6 months. I washed my sheets.
Yeah, I was like,
I feel that.
I was
like dead
like,
in the middle.
I mean, I was like I was like probably about 6 months. I was like dead ass 6 months. I was like I just don't think about it. Either that or like I'll just go get new sheets. Like it's just
go buy new sheets. I'm not washing these things. I'm gonna just go buy new ones.
I hate washing sheets just because like I end up having to put them in there with other comforters and stuff, and it just fills up the washing machine. I'm like, I'm not dealing with this. I'll just get some new ones.
I guess
that's too much. I do it at least once a week.
Once a week.
Wow.
Once a week at the least.
That's extremely responsible.
Shower every time before I get into bed. I take a shower just so my sheets stay that clean that longer. Because the best feeling in the world to me is getting in the bed with clean sheets.
I will say, fresh sheets are probably the greatest thing when you're going to bed.
So that's my little treat. Like every Sunday, boom, it's perfect.
Every Sunday, the Sunday treat of new sheets or clean sheets at least.
Well, I gotta wash my clothes and everything in this little laundromat on the apartment complex, and I gotta make sure nobody steals them.
Blackery,
Mm-hmm.
I see you looking at your phone.
I'm looking at
does everybody else. No, I'm calling you out.
You can call me out, but I mean,
I just had somebody call my phone.
My questions.
He's just like Zach's over here telling his story, and Blacker's just.
I'm listening,
but
I'm waiting for the next question.
You can't multitask.
I had a phone call midway through that thing, and they're actually messaging me right now. These are ratchet hours. Oh, okay. That's
okay. Next question. Let's move on so he can get to his ratchet hours.
No. I'm avoiding them for now.
Okay. When taking a shower, do you wash your feet every time?
Okay, I did not used to, but I do now.
You do now.
I did not used to. So like I started washing my feet every time probably about 5 years ago. So like in my early 20s I started because I realized that was a thing. Because like I guess my thought process was like, oh, like clean water is just like getting down there, but no, you should probably scrub your feet. Like they're probably one of the nastier parts of your body. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't every time, but like I have eczema on the back of it's really bad near my heels. Yeah. So I do a lot more now because like it just that skin, like it stays very dry. So I try to pay attention a lot more to that. Cause I mean, it's just all eczema is literally dead skin cells.
It's probably cause you are the literal embodiment of Bigfoot. So your feet are just like, they're so tired of holding, so much space. They take up so much space in the world that the earth is like, hey, actually, you're gonna have to deal with this because you're taking up too much space on my planet. Your carbon footprint. Nobody cares about your carbon footprint. It's your actual footprint that's the problem. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, but dude, if I could, I'd probably get a pedicure like every day. That's probably the greatest feeling your feet will ever have.
I've never had one.
If you've never, dude, you need to.
I don't like feet, and I don't like people touching my feet. I'm not like ticklish or anything. I just don't. I don't know.
It is the greatest. Your feet, like on carpet. Like, do you have carpet at your house right now?
Yeah, like
anywhere.
Almost the entire house is carpet. Everywhere except the bathroom.
Get a pedicure. You can slide everywhere. Bro,
okay, I doubt that, but
the bottom of your feet. The video you sent me the other day
or today. Not about TikTok.
We're not. But what he was doing, the whole, you can do that across the.
Just do that through your whole house. Huh? What about Zach? How often do you wash your feet every time?
Yeah, I wash my feet every time in the shower. I actually have a pumice stone I use like once every 2 weeks or so. Just clean them up, make them nice.
Keep them smooth.
Clean them up, make them nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I might Blackery. Look, when you come up,
I'm too tall and too fat, bro, to be doing that every time.
Me, we'll go get a pedicure together. How about that?
Hey, hell yes, bro. I'm telling you, it's the greatest your feet will ever feel.
I will judge it based on one experience because I'm of the thought of I will try everything once except meth. So this is not meth, so I'll try it once.
All right. Do you wash behind your ears?
Yes.
Hey, I know some people don't.
What?
I didn't a lot when I was a lot younger. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
But like actively thinking about, because like, bro, you come up behind somebody and you real quick behind them.
Don't smell your finger.
Do y'all use?
No, I'm talking about. I didn't just. Yes.
I
Yes.
use
Y'all
I use a loofah, but like I probably should use a rag when it comes to
see.
like
I use a
stuff.
loofah and a rag. I use the
Okay.
loofah for the rest of my body, but I use the rag for my face and whatnot, and my ears. I
Yeah.
clean my ears out and everything like that. Make sure I get it good and clean, just to keep it separate because you know that loofah be going some places. I don't want
going
my
some
face.
Yeah, it's like I have a system
Normally,
for.
when I wash my face, though, I use my hands.
Yeah, face,
so, I mean-
hands. But I'll say I have a system on where I wash first, so I'm not doing like any balls
But it
to face.
still touched your balls. In
I don't
the
use
past.
I don't use a loofah. I use rags.
Gotcha. Okay, so
Yeah,
you use a different rag every time you shower.
He
Yes,
goes top to bottom.
yes.
Okay, so then you're good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All
I
right.
use
like-
the same rag for about a week, and then I
Yeah.
wash my rag.
Because the rag is clean because it's cleaning you.
Oh,
It's
that was
just
another
cleaning my
thing. Oh,
face.
yeah, that was a question that I meant to put on here. How often do y'all change your towels out?
Weekly.
Towels, probably twice a week. Because I let them like hang so they'll kind of dry a little bit.
Yeah.
But eventually they just get too like if it's actively damp, because if it dries and it's dry, I'll use it again. But if it like hangs and dries and it's still like even slightly damp to the touch, I'm like, nope, new one, because it like feels gross. I don't know. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't like
well,
that.
you don't get as dry as you would if it's slightly damp. It feels like
That's
water
true.
drying off with a wet rag almost.
Yeah, no, I'm new towel every time.
Every time, really.
Every time.
That's a lot of washing towels, man. I
Bro,
don't know about that.
we just have a lot of towels.
I got a lot of towels, but I still only swap out once a week.
Yeah.
As long as that towel still smells clean when I put it up to my face before I start drying, it's good.
Yeah.
And then whenever I do my laundry, I put a new one up and I take that one and wash it.
I'm gonna bring my system back up, right? Because I have a system for drying myself off after I shower, and I've talked about it on the podcast before, but I'm gonna tell you about it, Zach, in case you didn't hear it. You said you've only listened to a handful of episodes. So, either end of the towel, right? So either end of the towel is what I'll use to dry like my hair and my face and like kind of my like upper torso, and then the middle of the towel is what I use to dry everything else. So like that cross contamination doesn't happen.
That
right?
makes
Same
sense.
but opposite.
Oh, you do the opposite.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
face.
So-
And,
But there's a
face.
system. There's
and
a
I
system.
swap sides.
Yeah.
I think the reason I really don't reuse towels, when I get out of the shower, I have to dry my hair, and there's a lot of this.
God, your luscious locks. You have so much
There-
hair. We get it. Okay.
I mean, my towels are soaked from like the middle of my towel, soaked, and then like
Yeah.
I literally have to just go down the rest of my body with a partially soaked towel, plus
Right.
like
Yes.
just getting rid of
So
everything.
why don't you dry your body first and then do your hair last?
Because I don't want to get water literally everywhere.
Because
that
it's like
all-
dripping constantly.
Yeah, it's
Is that
my
So,
whole
like,
body would
do
continue to
the
be
thing,
wet.
Like do this with your hair and then like wring it out before you step out of the shower.
I do that sometimes, but like it ends up making my hair weird whenever
Do the
when I
whole-
do every.
Thing, you know.
But like
is
because
that
when I
you put
wrap
that
it
as
like
a question on there?
huh?
Did you put that as a question on there? Washing your hair?
Oh yeah, longest going without washing hair. That was actually the very next one.
It's the same as shower, because if I shower, I wash my hair. My hair gets really oily very quickly. So I can't because my Abby, she can shower like 2 or 3 times without washing her hair, and her hair's still fine. And I can't do that though. My hair gets really oily. I have to wash it like every day.
Yeah, I can go like a week or 2 without washing my hair.
Most people can. That's not
But, like,
normal. I don't.
It's
think.
not that I don't wash it. I can get like all the oils, and because like literally every morning I have to go wet my hair, but I use like the shower head, so like my hair is like separating, so I can run my hand through it. Because I'm basically trying to get a good bit of yesterday's oils and hair product out, and not all the oil, because I don't want to. That's why I don't wash my hair every day, because I don't want to strip them of the natural oils of my hair. But basically rake that, get all the dead hair. Like I pull my hands out of my hair, and it's like hair monster.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then,
Mine's
basically
a-
that's whenever I dry it and then put it all my product or whatever.
Mine's a deeper subject on it because my scalp is super sensitive. So I have to, every time I get through a bottle of shampoo, I have to swap to a different brand. Otherwise, my scalp will either it'll get a sore or something, and it'll just get
Interesting.
aggravated. So I wash it with shampoo like twice a week, unless I gotta get really bad at the gym or something like that, and I really gotta wash and clean it. and then conditioner like 3 times a week, just depending on the days. But other than that, I don't do a whole lot with it because as long as it doesn't get nasty, it's fine. But otherwise, my scalp will get aggravated. I hate it. It's the worst thing ever.
That's it. I don't think I've ever heard of that. That's crazy.
I've tried so many different things between the tea tree stuff, coconut oil things, all this different type of stuff. I like in the mornings because I got really curly hair. So in the mornings, I wet my hair and I put in this coconut extract stuff. It's like $2. It's the only thing that doesn't bother my hair. I can put it in there and it keeps everything just kind of just curly. Doesn't make it frizzy and everything like that.
Yeah,
So,
I use coconut stuff for my hair.
Hey, you can tell the ladies that you're a sensitive guy. You know, at least you can do that.
It's not quite what I was looking for, but okay.
Hey, you know,
which
but it's not a lie.
The next question, I kind of feel like washing your hands every time you use the restroom. I'll say for the most part, like I'll say ever since COVID, I wash my hands literally every time. Poop or pee. I mean, that's
poop or pee pee. Okay.
Yeah, both. I mean,
if I'm using the bathroom, especially in a public place now because of COVID, every time, no matter what I do, I'm going to wash my hands. But before that, if I'm only peeing, no.
Yeah, that was
if I poop, yes, every time, obviously, because that's yes. But if I'm peeing, like if I'm in my own house and I pee, I'm not going to wash my hands because like I'm a guy, I have a penis. If I have to touch it's literally skin, just like the rest of my body.
For me, it depends on how sweaty I am down there.
That's fair.
If I'm sweaty and I don't want to smell, because bruh, you could be funky and I don't want to smell my hand or get it on like my mouse or keyboard or anything like that. I'm like, nah, I gotta wash my hands.
Or like if I pee and then I'm about to eat, like I'll probably wash my hands.
Yeah.
But like if I'm just gonna go like do some dumb shit, I'm not, But if I'm funky, yes. If I'm funky, I'm probably gonna take a shower. To be honest.
I was like, plus we got this new it's like some type of mint hand soap, bro. It smells so freaking good. It smells like a tree and a mint got together and had a baby. It smells so freaking good.
Okay. Was that your last question?
No, I actually have two more. When wiping, whenever you're pooping.
Oh, we're back on wiping. We could go on wiping for an hour.
I know. Itself. Do you fold or do y'all bunch?
Fold.
You mean? Wait, what do you mean?
Fold? Okay, I fold.
Toilet paper.
You know, like you wipe and fold and then wipe again, or are you wiping and then bunching? Like some people bunch and wipe. Yeah, some people bunch and wipe. They don't fold and wipe.
Have a crumple of toilet paper and wipe their ass with
something like that.
You get doo-doo
that is chaotic. That is chaotic. I don't like that.
yes.
I don't like that.
I heard that on somebody else's podcast the other day. And I was like, "Are you a psychopath?"
So no. So what, you mean like as you're getting it off the roll, you like fold it?
Yeah, I'm roll. Well, I roll, of course, and when I'm getting it off,
like, either like have fingers and roll it off the roll, or I'll like
like kind of like run your hand,
my hand or whatever. Yeah.
And then you wipe, and then if you got enough, you can fold it and then go again.
Yeah.
Okay, but there are some people who,
but no crumpling. Ew.
Like they bunch and then I don't think they wipe again. I think they just bunch and then toss it in. Which that's what?
It's a waste.
It is a waste.
It is a waste. That's how you get one or two things. Either you get doo-doo on your finger or you get a clogged toilet. Because you're using too much toilet paper and you're bunching it up and you ain't got an even pattern of paper over there. Yeah. You don't get something on there.
Hey, if you ought to be anything, you ought to be efficient. All right.
And then my last question, when not flossing, do y'all floss every time you brush your teeth?
Hell no. Bro, does the dentist know that I'm lying when I say that I floss? Because like I don't.
Well, I'm honest. I floss now, which I floss throughout the day because I'm obsessed with that because I have tight teeth. My teeth they're very close together or whatever. And
it's tight. Yeah.
And I had cavities in between some of my teeth because even brushing and rinsing with mouthwash or whatever, it wasn't getting everything. So like, bro, I'm obsessed with just going through and just I'll be sitting there driving down the road just
I'll do it because I got them little the little dentist stick things.
Yeah.
Yep. I got
the ones with the wax strip. The wax strip, baby.
I got the minty ones, so they taste minty.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that a couple times a week, just when I'm like, I need to hit a little extra in there, and then give it another. I'll brush twice. I'll brush once and then look, and then I'll go through, pick everything, and then brush again.
Yeah.
Now, I don't use mouthwash. I feel like I want to get it and start using it, but I just hate
Yeah.
mouthwash so much.
It depends on the person. I feel like on that. I do use mouthwash. Do you? I heard some people use mouthwash before they brush their teeth.
I could see that, I guess, but I mean,
It just seems.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I'm like, you're gonna get most. Well, first, it's to me. I feel like it'd be better to brush, get most of everything off,
And
then go back
yeah.
through,
Yeah.
killing everything. I was
Yeah.
like,
That would be, yeah. I guess
mouthwash.
yeah. I think
Because
it makes more sense to
before,
brush first.
yeah, before I'm like, I feel like once you get it out or whatever, because like, I don't know, I mouthwash, then I get a little bit of water just so I have that super strong taste. Because sometimes
Yeah.
the mouthwashes leave like a film or whatever.
And on a shameless feeling, I've realized just recently, you're not supposed to actually wash your mouth out with water after you brush your teeth. Didn't realize that's a thing because it's supposed to leave a fluoride and everything on there from the
Yeah.
toothpaste.
Mm-hmm.
Did not know that. I figured my dentist could have told me that.
No.
Nah.
What?
They're putting fluoride in our water because they want to make us subjective men. They want us. That's
Is that a thing?
bro.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, people they do put fluoride in water. You want to know why? It makes your teeth stronger. Because
Yep.
guess what? A dental study was done, I think, in the 1930s. There were communities with people who had higher fluoride counts in their water. They had stronger teeth. Now, if there's too much fluoride in your water,
You'll get tooth cancer.
it can be harmful to your body
That's
just in
right.
general. But very small amounts literally do nothing. That's kind of like the arsenic that's in apple juice.
Yes, dude. I love arsenic. How long have we got? That was your last question, right?
Yeah, hour 6.
Whew. It's a long one.
Yeah, this
That's
episode
what she
is
said. Anyway, so this week, so this is what we're gonna do. Since we are apart, doing a Let's Review every week is probably not feasible. So we're bringing back, because last week we actually forgot about our new segment. So we're bringing back gender neutral news with Blaiq and Squash. So every week we're gonna have a gender neutral news segment, and then every few episodes we'll have a review. That way we can just kind of figure out what we're doing and not be rushed and try to do a review. Also, with us having guests, it would be kind of hard to coordinate.
Yeah,
so
having all the
probably
guests.
anytime that we don't have a guest, probably not every time, but anytime that we do a review, we probably won't have a guest unless it's like something that they can also review, like a movie or a show or something like that. But if it's a physical thing, it'll just be me and Blackery. So let's move on to the gender neutral news with Blackery and Squash.
Gender neutral news with Blaiq and Squash.
Oh, is that the new one? I like that. You should get into the recording studio and give me an official version of that.
Feel you?
I'm gonna read off my phone because that's where my first that's where all of my
All right.
news segments are.
I only have 2.
NPR.org. Okay, huh?
Only have 2. So
Okay, so I'll start and then we'll go back and forth and I'll just
all
end
right.
it. So NPR.org. Let's see. A burger served at a Minneapolis restaurant has become a huge hit. The reason is owner Cindy Bursett believes it induces labor. Since creating the hamburger, 31 women have tried it and then gone into labor by the next day. Bursett has given the burger with the special powers a special name, the labor inducer. Wow, so original. The beef burger is topped with caramelized onions, bacon, Cajun remoulade sauce, some spicy mustard. So the question is there anything on that induces labor?
If
Anybody
it
know about
sounds
that?
highly acidic, and I know acidic foods, I believe acidic foods can help induce labor.
Dude, that would make sense.
I think
The labor inducer.
yeah. I was like, I'd figure
Sauce, baby.
yeah, that remoulade. If that remoulade has a lot of acidic properties to it, then yeah, that could definitely.
They got something in there. I mean, they do say, I think it's spicy food definitely helps to induce labor.
Yeah.
They be getting pregnant women spicy food, which I think that's kind of risky. A lot of pushing spicy food.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I was going to say, it's either going to induce labor or induce something else.
Miracle of childbirth's a beautiful thing, but oof.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
It's
some risk
funny you
put
started
there
off
with
with
it.
a child inducer. The next story we're
Okay.
going to be bringing you, Nick Cannon, over the span of the pandemic, and
Drumline 2.
no, he got 3 women pregnant, and they're all going to be having babies within 4 months.
Yikes.
He already
Wait,
has
when did he
twins
do
with
this?
Mariah Carey over the pandemic. One lady just had a baby, and the other 2 are due within the next 2 months.
He doesn't believe in social distancing, does he?
Obviously not.
Apparently
I
not.
think all 3 of them are like models or whatever. I was like, bruh, man was just does not
Hey,
believe it.
That's
Does
gonna
not
be
believe in
some
the pullout game.
badass child support, boy.
Bruh.
Yeah, that's gonna be scary.
That's gonna suck.
Which my thing is, he had. Me and my mom were talking about this because she's the one who even gave me that news, and then I had to go look it up or whatever. But like, he has 2 with Mariah Carey. Pretty sure he doesn't pay anything with that because she made way more than he does.
Oh yeah.
And then the other 2, I want to say one's like a prolific DJ in like California or something like that. So she has some good money herself.
Yeah.
But like, he had a high executive position with Nickelodeon. He's had Wild 'N Out going on for however long. He has tons of hosting jobs. Dude's
Apparently
got
it's 4 this year. It's his 7th total.
7 total.
Yeah. That's insane.
That's nuts, bruh.
That's crazy.
Dude's pumping them out, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
crazy.
the man's getting it done, all right? He likes to have kids. The next one is another NPR. A lobster made it out of a seafood restaurant alive. So this is the transcript. Good morning, I'm Steve Inskeep. I just wanted to put that in there because it's part of the script. For some reason, it's part of the transcript. A lobster made it out of a restaurant alive. Staff at a Virginia Red Lobster received their regular delivery of live seafood, and in that delivery, they noticed an orange and black spotted lobster. The calico critter turned out to be an extraordinarily rare find, a 1 in 30 million chance. Staff nicknamed the lucky guy Freckles, and he now has a new home because Freckles was taken to the Virginia Living Museum.
Wow,
I could go see this guy. The Living Museum is less than an hour away from me.
nice.
Yeah.
That
That'd do it for
that
the
lobster
Cavs, man.
that lobster is going to be telling that story to his grandchildren.
Yep.
The lobster's going to be like, I made it out.
Made it out.
I fought my way out.
I was meant to be consumed on a plate with butter. But here I am in the Living Museum. That's kind of cool though. 1 in 30 million chance. And like, my question is like, so if they're that rare, how did he make it to the Red Lobster
Yeah.
instead of it being caught beforehand?
Well,
That's interesting.
I'll say probably the fisherman probably just like, oh, that's a cool looking lobster, and just
Hey man, that lobster, he looked kind of cool.
he gonna look real good with butter on him. that's probably the only thing they were thinking.
He doesn't belong at the Red Lobster though. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the most important thing.
So, we're going to be bringing you a local South Carolinian woman. I almost forgot how to say Carolina.
South Carolinian.
Yeah.
I don't
Accidentally won $2 million in the lottery.
accidentally.
She went to buy her.
I'm rich.
Yeah, she went to buy her state's like their Mega Millions or whatever. I think it had like a 200 million pot or whatever like that. Well, instead she actually ended up hitting, like, missing the deadline on that. But it had still let her purchase a ticket. She goes home. She's like, oh, I missed it. Didn't think anything about it. Goes to sleep, wakes up the next day. She gets alerted. Hey, you won $2 million. She's like, but the number, I missed the deadline. That ticket was like void. And then she looked at it. She's like, oh no. This is like the state Powerball and not the Mega Millions or whatever. She matched all 5 white balls, and then that was only for $1 million. But then she got the special thing that times it by 2. So then she ends up winning $2 million.
She accidentally did the wrong one.
Yes.
And got lucky because it wasn't past the dedeadline. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was like, that's nutty. And she said she's going to Disneyland and buying a house. She said her
Maserati. Yeah.
they've never been to Disneyland. She said, we're going to take the family to Disneyland, and then she said they're going to try to build a family home.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like,
and then they'll pay taxes on it for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, that happened to a lady that actually happened to a lady up about near here. I'm not going to say the town, but she won a bunch of money from the casinos, and like I think that amount of money specifically. I think she won $2 million also, and did a similar thing, but she wasted money, and then now she's paying taxes. I don't even think they have the house anymore. I was like, how did you
see it, man? You got to be smart with that kind of stuff.
Fumble the bag, literally.
It don't win $2 million by accident. There's not going to be a news article.
Nope.
Right.
Nope.
You're just going to see me out there flexing on Snapchat.
This last one that I have is probably the most petty news that I've ever heard of in my life. Okay, so I had to include it, and when I found it, Zach was in a Discord with me, but I just didn't tell him what it was. So, this is in Melbourne, Florida. This is from AP. After years of fighting and litigation over who can include Orlando in the name of their Central Florida airport, Orlando International Airport officials and Orlando Melbourne International Airport officials have tentatively agreed that Orlando Melbourne International Airport will change its name to Melbourne Orlando International Airport. Let me repeat that. Orlando Melbourne International Airport will change its name to Melbourne Orlando International Airport.
Wow.
They're literally just... The Melbourne Airport Authority announced the Space Coast Airport's new name Friday. The name change was legally agreed upon to everyone's mutual satisfaction in a consent and license agreement. Officials said it must be approved by both the airport boards. The newly renamed Melbourne Orlando International Airport is about 70 miles southeast of Orlando International Airport, which is the busiest airport in Florida. The Melbourne International Airport began operations in 1928 and changed its name in 2015 to Orlando Melbourne International in an effort to attract more travelers. Officials with the Greater Orlando Aviation Authority, which operates the Orlando International Airport, took issue with the new name of the Orlando Melbourne International Airport and eventually filed a federal lawsuit in 2019. The lawsuit claimed the Orlando Melbourne International Airport was misleading passengers into believing they were going to the theme park mecca in the middle of the state instead of Florida's Atlantic coast.
Yeah, it'd be salty.
So just because Orlando was the first word in the name of their airport, it has to be the second word, not the first word.
Yeah.
That's so petty to me. Like, I mean, I guess I get it, but
yeah,
maybe I just overdo it when I'm traveling. But like, I look on the map where my airport is, the one that I'm going to arrive at.
Yeah. Also, I mean, I definitely would be able to tell the difference between Orlando International and Orlando
Melbourne, right?
Melbourne.
That's definitely on the people making that trip. That's definitely on them. They need to plan it better.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're like, oh yeah, we're going to Orlando. Like,
hey, does this shirt look white to y'all?
It looks gray.
Gray. Okay. Oh yeah, I can see that it looks gray now.
Well, what color is it? What?
Oh no, it's the blue dress thing again.
And other lies you can tell. Yeah, it definitely doesn't look purple. So that was your gender neutral news with Blaiq and Squash.
Gender neutral news with Blaiq and Squash. What?
Can I throw something else in there with that?
Dude, do it.
Go ahead.
Did you see the story about the kids getting launched in the air they're on the little bouncy slide thing and they get launched in the air from the wind?
No. What?
Yeah. Actually, I think it happened back home, but I'm not positive. They had posted the article about these kids that got launched in the air, and one of them had issues with their liver and scratches and broken bones and stuff.
Wow.
Like, it was crazy. It was a whole ordeal.
Speaking of things that happened back home, or things that happened in Meridian at least, there was a bus driver that crashed into someone's home. It was on, because I was a mailman in the past, it was on one of the routes that I ran for a while. He or she fell asleep at the wheel and ran into their house. They have a Corvette and a Hummer. Ooh, and I think he hit the Corvette.
I mean, honestly, school bus wrecks aren't that, rare in our area, in our old area.
They're not rare, unfortunately.
But what?
What?
Oh, nothing.
Okay. You're just like.
I thought the recording had messed up or something, but it didn't.
Oh, you thought it messed up. God, please no. We don't need that 2 weeks in a row. So I think that does it. That does it for us. we'll wrap up with the gender neutral news. Now that we've ousted ourselves for being some nasty motherfuckers, Ray.
Mm-hmm.
We're not that bad. I think there's people that are way worse than we are.
Yeah.
As long as you don't stand when you wipe your ass, I think you're okay.
Oh my god.
That's
so chaotic. When we
going to
stop
so
recording,
extra.
when we stop recording, I'll tell you about one of our friends who does that.
Oh god.
Found out about that.
I can guess who.
Probably so.
but yeah, you can follow us on Twitter,
Pretty
Instagram, TDF Podcast.
Yep.
On Facebook also, TDF Podcast. You can find me at Blackery on any social media. Squashable. I think you're
Fried underscore Squashable.
Fried underscore Squashable because he loves his underscores
on
Instagram.
Don't add me on Facebook. I'm not going to edge back.
Zach, do you have anything you want to plug? Any TV shows, any movies you're going to be starring in?
Yeah.
No, not quite. Don't quite have anything fancy going on.
Gotcha. Just some underground stuff in the works.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's always Ratchet on the weekends. Just catch me on Snapchat.
But all right, folks, that's it.